All right. Gonna be a quick stream tonight. I'm just gonna finish the rest of the side story since I didn't get to last week. My eyes just got really heavy. I was like falling asleep almost in the middle of this cutscene, so I had to I had to stop. I was zoning out. But I did get most of what was going on. So we did read that. So we'll do a couple stages here first. Takes a single night for a bamboo shoot to grow tall, and a day for an althea flower to fall. Why is this let everything be slow and steady, and let opportunity slip away? What is this? Okay. Strong UI enemies. I really like using Pilot's the second mod here.
勝利を守りし英雄たち、勝利を守りし英雄たち。
Keep track of my position. I'm ready to strike.
Oh yeah, and that makes it lazy too. While I was at it.
もう後悔の余地はありません。
抗拒爱呀，我去了。All right, who am I hacking now?
入中草地，电光石火，有触即发。
Wait, what skill is this? Oh, I think that's skill 3. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I'm actually some
Je suis partout.
携帯を変更中。
泣き叫べ。その脆い信念のもとで。
Écoutez donc.
Oh, actually, I don't think I have to put her mod on.
Mission accomplished.
Can you feel your blood racing?
Easy enough.
Do you find this scene beautiful? If you're satisfied with the battle's outcome, then I haven't come here for naught.
Melee units have 1 block, or -1 block. Oh, that's not bad. Where is she?
我的历练并未结束。
私の爪に引っかかれないようにしてよ。
Maybe it's kind of an awkward position.
もう後悔の余地はありません。
我去爱呀，我去了。All right, who am I hacking now?
到了真正的战场，事情反倒好解决了。
Je suis partout.
We can't hide your fear. I'm listening.
携帯 変更中。
Écoutez donc.
Oh, it replaces the damn things too. Okay. Wait, what? What just happened there?
电光石火，有处即发。
ここにひざまずくのです。
现在灭对现场。
How long have you been playing Arknights? Since launch. Day one player. Yep. I've been loving it ever since. Well, technically, a day 3 player. I installed it on the 20th of January, I think.
很好的五雷阵
But
协
close
定。
enough.
破！
Ow.
最適すまない。力を入れすぎた。
现场。
Yeah, right now I'm just trying to finish this event real quick. I was supposed to do it last
Don't
week,
get
but
me wrong.
I was kind of falling
I
asleep
don't like the
midway
smell
through.
of the battlefield. Oh, there's warmth from your heart.
人贓並獲，收隊放工。
Okay, FM6. I must be hit hundreds of times to become steel, and the Great March takes thousands of years to dry. Which I target in a single leap compromises quality.
The battlefields is an extension of the laboratory.
Okay. Another vernal winds.
I will sink your corpse into shadow. No one will find it.
逃げ道など必要ありません。
形態を変更中。
Don't keep me waiting.
Don't get me wrong. I don't like the smell of the battlefield. Oh, there's warmth from your heart.
电光石火，有处即发。
通信に接続した。会える。少しチクッとするかもしれない。
三元归一，见万魑魅。一点浩气，平击破碎。
This goes crack.
ここにひざまずくのです。
Oh, you're just gonna sit there, huh?
The pebble returns to her hometown.
Je suis partout.
英雄たちにこの揺るぎなき信念にたたえ。
三元归一，见万魑魅。一点浩气，
报答你的话。
L'envie de tuer s'empare de vous.
Limit the enemy's choices, forcing them into unwitting traps. A familiar style. You really
Deployment
don't
limit
remember
-2.
anything?
Alright, that's not really an issue.
Let's see. Which insect is falling into my trap? Better watch your step. Picked out your bait yet?
Je suis partout.
もう後悔の余地はありません。
形態を変更中。
Ne me résistez pas. C'est
Actually, does
des
Daisy get monsters attack buff if she's in takeoff mode?
电光石火，有处即发。 很好的判断。
Oh, she does. Okay.
最低すまない。力を入れすぎた。
很好的判断。天雷滚滚，你想往哪里跑？
That's so cool.
ここにひざまずくのです。
Go away. All right.
Sweden's 滅ぼし。
斩妖除奸恶，雷霆动邪魂。
Easy.
You always win, just like the old days. But this time, your joy is real.
Okay. I guess we'll continue the story. Probably do like 2 nodes. Then I'll finish off the stages and do the other 2. Another new NPC. Bai Jin. Oh, I think that's a new NPC sprite, I believe. When are you going to be finished, mister? No rush, let me think a little longer. But you've been thinking for half a day now. Last time I came by, you were thinking, and the time before that too. Were you tricked by someone? I've been here lots of times now, and I've never actually seen anyone play Wei Shi with you. You're not wrong, I'm just thinking about how I should proceed. You need to consider how your opponent will react after you place a stone, and all the changes that will arise after. Sounds like a pain. Just thinking about it makes my head hurt. Can't you finish this game first, then ask the one you're playing with to teach you later? It's just Wei Shi. Nothing's going to happen if you lose. But I cannot lose. The one who arranged this game promised me that if I win, he shall grant me a wish. A wish, really? Shame I didn't get any of this strategic thinking. I think I'm more suited for physical stuff. The sun's about to set, so I should get home. There's still a pile of junk I need to sort out. Zaijian? Is that how you say that? Alright, I just thought of something. We've seen each other lots of times now, but I still don't know your name, mister. My surname is Lan, while my name is Ke. Lan of the Orchid Flower and Ke of Possibility. You do remember my name, right, mister? You put a double comma there. Lu Xin. That's right. I gotta go now. Mother said we need to move out of the house for a bit. When I'm back, I'll definitely come to see you again. Zaijian. There's gonna be a lot of Chinese here. The sound of the boy's footsteps slowly fades away. Night upon the Wei Shi board. Sunlight falls upon the stones. Rain and snow wash the stone benches. Lanki picks up a white stone. He places it down, but retracts his hand. Half a day later, he finally throws the stone back into its bowl. His 10th dead end. He keeps it clear in his memory. Time for yet another round of calculation. This time, he must come up with some wondrous move or the other to triumph. We have arrived, Mr. Yun. Did you not say earlier that the one who awaited me was atop the mountain? 'Tis true. That person is at the top of the mountain indeed, but my duty is merely to show you the path leading up to it. There's only one path going up the mountain, but it's not hard to walk. The forest around it has been cleared, so you should not run into any wild beasts. You need only head up. The rest has been arranged for you. I suppose it would be rude if I inquired too deeply. Then let us say our goodbyes here. May we meet again, Mr. Yin. You say that, but... Record keep. I shame his kit's kinda ass. I don't think I actually see a path up the mountain here. The ground is completely covered in leaves. I doubt anyone has come this way in a very long time. Not even signs of any beast trails. Perhaps I should find a local to ask for help. Oh, there she is. Cool. Huh. Good day. Good day, my lady. Is something the matter? May I ask if you have seen my husband? He is young, with hair brown and tail point of pure white. He is wearing a cloud white tunic, trousers the color of earth, and leather boots. I don't think I've seen anyone who matches this description. My apologies. Is that so? Pardon me for wasting your time. Hold on, madam. Do you happen to be from these parts? I wanted to ask if there was a path up the mountain nearby. You wish to ascend? Then I fear you've gone the wrong way. The regular path up the mountain is on the other side of town. This is the back of the mountain, which is rugged and steep. The townsfolk rarely ever come this way. The back of the mountain? I distinctly remember coming straight from the town's main road. How did I end up on the back? I see now. I still don't know how to say that. Do she? Do she, madam? But I believe, since the gentleman guided me, told me specifically to come this way, he must have considered all this. I will continue trying. Please, excuse me. I shall accompany you up the mountain, sir. I'm sure there's no need. The road up the mountain is dangerous. If we are together, we could look out for each other. Besides, I've already made inquiries everywhere I could in town. The mountain is the last place I've yet to search. If my husband is still in the area, the only place he can be is here. I shall have to thank you again. May I ask how I should call you? By Jean. Okay. Still stuck on that board, Brotherland. I'm hardly in a hurry. You've been at it for so long. I've learned how to play myself. The situation on the board. Isn't it a 3G cycle? They call it a triple call. Higashi. Shouldn't it be a draw according to the rules? A draw. A draw is unacceptable. The rules were very clear. Only through a win will he grant my wish. No. I need to find a way to victory. What's this wish you want so bad that you need to win this game? Isn't there another way you can make it happen? Another way? What other way? There's no other way for two as separate as yin and yang to meet again. Oh, miserable fate. From where do you flow? Will this do, Junior? It's beautiful. You are really skilled, my dear. Oh, that's her husband. Okay. And here I was, thinking your ability to bake porcelain only applied to weishi pieces. I can do a lot more than that. Next time, whatever you fancy, whatever you like, I'll be happy to bake it for you. Once we are wed, I'll put this vase in the most conspicuous spot in the living room. Vase in the east, mirror in the west. Enjoy lifelong tranquility and rest. We're still missing a mirror then, but if we place one, we won't have anywhere for the clock. Well, the bell in town rings in the morning and the night it'll do. In time, there shall be flowers in the vase, and you in the mirror shine. Oh, that's enough out of you. We don't have much fuel left, so head out to the back of the mountain and chop a few logs while it's still light out. Alright, just sit tight then. I'll be right back. I will. Then it should be about ready when you get back. Oh, what? What the? What's going on? Where did these monsters come from? Jean. So there was a path here, all along. You need a hand, Madame Bai. You do not need to concern yourself about me, Mr. Yun. I grew up amongst the mountain fields. This is but a leisurely stroll to me. You, on the other hand, look rather pale. Would like to rest a moment. I shall take you up on your offer. Your dedication is much like my husband's. He sounds like a very conscientious man. He is. He approaches everything with absolute focus. It is rare for anyone's urgings to have any effect. He will stay in one place without food, water, or moving until he is done. He really does inspire both pity and frustration. At least he listens when I speak, so it's always me who has to pull him away by the ear. That's how it's always been since we were little. But there was a gentleman who played Wei-Shi in town who said this temperament was suited for the game. With a few years of study, he could become a master, perhaps even a grandmaster. If he does, he can leave town and head off to distant lands to look around. Your husband left to study Wei-Shi? Yes, he has been studying for a very long time now. He throws us all into his studies and barely listens to what anyone has to say. It's simply too much, I tell you. I've also heard that about the endless marvels of black against white upon the gridded board, and how captivating they can be. The land is vast, and there are many things that can trap a man in the mire. Even the memory can leave one pacing back and forth for quite some time. Your husband must have his reasons for his dedication. Why exactly are you trying to argue his case? I was simply moved by his tale. Well, you said your husband disappeared, but when exactly was his disappearance? It was nearly nightfall. He went out of the mountain to chop some firewood. I've never heard from him after that. That truly is worrying. Let us set off then, Madam Bai. Do you not wish to sit a little longer? Pardon me for saying so, but your body does not seem the strongest, nor do you look accustomed to steep mountain paths. While I not be able to perform martial arts, I practice breathing techniques every day. The path is yet long, so I must be diligent. I see an ancient pavilion further up. We can rest again once we arrive there. Old Luo. The game's still stuck in a stalemate, huh? He's been thinking about his next move for ages now. Who's he playing against? I guess he's practicing by himself. Yes, how long have you been working on this one move, Brotherland? I don't know. My grandson's now as tall as I was back then. Wait. Wait, this is the same... Oh, this is the same person. Okay. Wait. Then what the hell could... Then what is he? Is he an ageless? He hasn't aged at all. Unless we're still in this like weird mystery town. He didn't believe me at all when I told him about you. He would spend their entire life in a single lousy game, he said. Do you still remember when exactly you got separated from Sister Bai? I don't. After I left town, I got lost and was disheartened. I wandered the mountain for several months before arriving here. It can't have been that long. And what day was that? There are some things I don't remember all that clearly. Then do you know today's date? No. But that's not important. Let us speak of other things once I solve this deadlock. Oh, everyone in town's been so in the tizzy over some treasure or the other that I never expected someone to come over here. Here to come to see the game as well, youngster. We're just here to take a rest. We, but it's just you. Just me. The lady I was climbing the mountain with. Strange. She was here just a moment ago. Ghost? Young Xingping looks all around him, but there's no sight of the woman. There's only a young man, sitting at a Wei-Shi board in silence. And this gentleman is... he's trapped in that game. There's no getting him out of it. If you know how to play, help him out of it. this game state. A 3G cycle, a prolonged battle that can only end in a draw. But he's dead set on victory, so in the end, he trapped himself here. I can't think of a way to get him out. Heaven above, let's trap another. One after another. A refusal to draw. Victory, the only satisfactory option. If one focuses only on the G, how could one truly demonstrate superiority on the battlefield? This boy, he yet lives. With such grievous wounds, he will have to endure many hardships. What's up, Chong? I can't practice Kung Fu with this body of mine, so what use is there in me recording all the many styles under heaven? I don't understand, Grandmaster. Yin, have you ever questioned the Grandmaster's plans for you? Of course I have. When I first took this job, my heart was still harbored some resentment. I felt like making me watch everyone practice Kung Fu every day was like chaining me atop a stake while dangling meat before my eyes. The scent hits you like a fist, your eyes go wide with greed, but you can never have even half a bite. I tormented myself with an endless barrage of complaints as I suffered in discontent. You don't look like you're suffering now. Even though my progress is only theoretical, it is enough to soothe me. But more importantly, I believe I understand some of the reasons behind it. Have I told you about my recent dreams, Suzu? No. Might as well tell me now. One night, I dreamed that I would return to the countryside someday. A nameless, obscure man. All those many martial moves and techniques, when used upon the fields, will let you save a considerable amount of strength in tilling and hoeing the land. Another night, I was a passionate warrior, quick to kindness and vengeance, an imitator of the Grandmaster, strike and sunder the tides cleft, retract and leave no peace bereft, a legend born from a single punch, before dying after all my breath is spent. They both sound really different from the Yun I know. Obsession is a quagmire. It is natural for those trapped within to not understand. After much deliberation, there is but only one answer. First give, then observe, and finally take. The stone should go here. Yang Xingping picks up a white stone, paying no heed to the massive 100-point battle raging on the board as he nonchalantly places it on the other side of the board. Black takes the opportunity to wipe out the majority of white stones atop the board, but then comes a stunning reversal, leaving white with a clear advantage. Lan Ke watches in stunned silence as the countless stones, both black and white, disappears as they were but mirages. All that is left is a clear board, and the three men surrounding it. The stalemate has been broken. My word, to think that was a move like that. Do see, my friend, do see. I couldn't come up with anything despite thinking for so long. I never expected you to break it the moment you arrived. You have my admiration. You flatter me. I don't actually know much about Wei Shi. I simply thought that, since all things in design are connected, martial doctrines that espouse give and take could be applied to Wei Shi as well. I didn't think it would work out so well. Your Wei Shi skills far exceed mine, but since you were so focused on winning the GS cycle, you overlooked the overall state of the board. No matter how you put it, this game is won. Is that you, Lu Xing? I'm Lu Xing's grandson. When he was still alive, he'd always talk about the strange man back home playing Wei Shi atop the mountains. I visited you many times, thinking I'd have to pass this task on to my own grandson. Didn't think this man would put a stop to it all, youngster. That means I've spent over 100 years here. The town's changed too. That's crazy. So I've been separated from Gina for all these years. My dear. They have to be like aberrations, right? Janir, yes, it's me. Long time no see, dear. It's really you. The Xian wasn't lying to me. I really did meet you again. Amazing. Truly incredible. Let's go home right away. Mom and Dad are still waiting for us. Janir, I want you to say anything. Whoa. I see. So that's how it is. I was already long ago. But it doesn't matter. I got to see you again. When the game ended, the Xian keeps his promise. And so, Lanke is free of his regrets. Yo, she looks so cool. Madame Bai. No, you're not the Madame Bai of this tale. Yes, after seeing my love, what more have I to pine for? I was put a stack of Jaws papers before her cenotaph, soaked in his tears and longing. Talisman? Her desires, my destiny, were bound together in this meeting with him. With him gone, there's no reason for me to stay here. I beg the two of you, fulfill my final request. Place my love's graves by her cenotaph, then burn me as an offering. We may not have been able to grow old together in this life, but I hope that in the next, we will meet again. Madame Bai falls silent, then bows deeply, and in an instant, there's only a stack of Jaws papers fluttering in the wind. Jaws paper. So this particular Baijin was a Geist. 120 years ago, for reasons unknown, a horde of Geists fell upon the town one night, wantonly lashing out at anyone and everyone. Truly a calamity. My granddad was saved by the young man named Lang Ki. He helped many townspeople escape with their lives that night, but he himself had to be saved from the flood of Geists by Bai Jin. As for her, she died that night. Mr. Dan and Madame Bai were kind people. I heard those Geists are born from thoughts. Once those obsessions are gone, they go back to being regular objects. The secret passed down my family for 3 generations has finally borne fruit, so why do my tears refuse to stop? I'm heading down the mountain, youngster. I need to make sure Sister Bai's request gets done. And also tell my granddad about what happened. How about you? There's someone I'm meeting on the mountain. I need to get going. This mountain's so lively nowadays. No idea what kind of big shot asked me to climb up the back side to meet up. Well, I'll be off then. If by any chance we meet again, you're welcome in mind for a cup of tea. Old Numa carefully packs up the things on the ground, putting them in his basket before toiling down the mountain. Was it you who broke the stalemate? Oh, hello. May I inquire as to who is speaking? A half-life who deals with menial tasks. A hard-working Geist is all. What an interesting design. You are the Chongyu's record keeping man. Oh, that Chongyu's record keeping man. The one by his side. I presume you are one of the sweet proxies then. Forgive me for inviting you in such a matter. Let us ascend. There is a guest at the peak awaiting you. So I was invited. Indeed. At first, it was for other matters. But who could have expected you to chance upon that game and break the deadlock with a flick of your wrist? You were right again. You happy? You Weishi failure? It was pure happenstance. Did someone really predict that would happen? When the second brother left this board here, he proclaimed that only a man with true intelligence could resolve it. Now that I think about it, him arranging this board here, the closest to human of us siblings, is the eldest brother. And calling one of his disciples over, hardly an odd move. Let us climb. Remember to take the board with you. The game is over, so it's yours now. Very well. Okay. Interesting. I do not know what to call you. Just the one character, Liang. Liang of the Roof Beam. Mr. Liang, you said that only the Grandmaster students could break this deadlock just now, but the game already had a player before I came here. You mean that Lan Qi? He really did make a promise at the time, which kept Lan Qi playing. It was a game where the more obsessed you were with the Jie, the less able you were to resolve it. You know full well that a Weishi player would be mesmerized by them, yet still allowed him to join. It could be said that one who erased this game simply wished to play, or perhaps the one who uses Weishi as a means to meet has a heart as stubborn as his eternal deadlock? Ah, a fine way of looking at it. Yes, very fine indeed. Please, go ahead and tell it to his face next time. We have arrived. This is the one who wished to meet you. Oh, it's that girl. I suppose it is fate that determined we should meet again. It is a pleasure to see you again, Mr. Yun. Huh. Okay. What stages we got? 7, 8, and the extra. Yeah, we'll do one more. Errant Swordsman. It's already a new day, sir. Yes, I know. Did you get set up by whoever you were planning to meet? Perhaps she was delayed. You can wait, but I'll be closing shop. I'll leave if I'm on your way. But I'll still have to wait at the door. This is the picture where we agreed to meet after all. Oh, that's not what I meant. You can stay at your table. We've known each other for quite a while after all. I was the humble waiter when we first met. Now I'm the keeper of this tea house. You're a weird one, you know. A lower swordsman, coming over every year from... I forgot. Are you from Jiangxi or Yumen? I don't stay in one place. The four corners are my home. But I remember that you come here to this tea house in this little town every autumn to meet someone. How many years has it been? 7. 7 years. All you do when you meet is have a cup of tea, have a little chat. You're neither friends or lovers. You don't even know her name, do you? We promise not to pry into each other's matters. Strange things indeed. Who exactly is this person you're waiting for anyway? I don't know. I've dealt with many people in my time. Good, bad, wise, foolish. And not so hard to understand at the end of the day. But she's the only one whom I've never figured out. What's the pink girl? Your sword just knocked over my tea, young lady. It's rather cramped in here. You should put away that sword of yours. Yeah. It's just a cup of tea. I'll pay for it. In fact, I'll buy you a jug of wine and call you my friend. And you can teach your new friend how to use a sword. Me? You talk to the wrong guy. I'm no swordsman, just an ordinary merchant delivering some goods to the city of Dusk, stopping by this town for a cup of tea. I don't even have a sword on me. What kind of swordsman doesn't carry a sword? Don't play the fool with me. I won't let you go until you say yes. I still think her design is super cool. Why would you cut the table in half like that? You're scaring the other guests. Shut up. I'll pay for it later. Don't interrupt my chat with my friend. Say any more and I'll cut you in half too. Alright. That's not very reasonable, is it? What point is there in being reasonable? Better to roam free in the Jiangsu. But one needs plenty of skill to roam free. I know you're a master of the sword. I want to learn from you. It came a little too late. I lost my sword. The moment it disappeared, I vowed to retire from the Jiangsu. You lost your sword? I lost it. When? Last night. I stopped by this time for the night. It was gone when I woke up in the morning. It just disappeared without a trace. No thief ever came. Nor could they have taken anything from me if they did. What kind of sword was it? A good one. One who was by my side for many years. Without it, my business would not have prospered so much, nor would I have had the fame that I enjoyed in the Jiangsu. Why don't you look for it if it's so important? On the contrary, I can't look for it. Why? For so many years, I've used this sword, washed it, and used it again. Nightmares and waking up from them. It seemed like there was nothing else in my life. The sword does not remember the blood that it has tasted, but I can never shake the sin. Perhaps using my sword was a sign from heaven. I will rid myself of the sword and the status it brought me. Perhaps I'll change my face and name, and find a quiet place to live out the rest of my days. I leave the Jiangsu and bid farewell to my life before. That's why I can't teach you. The tidings of fate brought us together in this tiny tea house. If you don't mind me being busybody, I have a word of advice for you. Don't learn the ways of the sword, and cut all ties with the Jiangsu. You can't rid yourself of it. Why? You're lying. You're tired of the killing, of the constant cycle of revenge, but you can never let go of the freedom, of the days when you loved and hated as you please. You just want an excuse to quit. Losing your sword gave you a convenient one. You're talking like you know me. Shall we make a bet? We'll see each other again in this very same tea house, same time next year. Go and live a year without your sword as you intend. If you feel happier, I won't bother you again, nor ask you to teach me your swordsmanship. I can learn it whether you teach me or not. Sure, it's a bet. I may or may not teach you the sword, but I'll buy you a drink the next time we meet. The following year. You're here already. Why don't you go in? No hurry. There's plenty of space. Huh? I've been studying the sword every day for the past year. I figured out a few moves. I'll show you. You don't need to offer any advice, just watch. Sure, go ahead. That's it. There's she. Why do you thank me? Without a master like you, I wouldn't know which moves should be polished and which moves should be scrapped. I didn't need you to say anything. All I needed was your reaction. Your face told me all I needed to know about which moves stand out and which moves are flawed. You said you didn't want to take up the sword again, but you look like an inveterate drunkard who just saw a jug of wine. You can't hide it. The Jiangsu is too dangerous for a simple one like you. You're absolutely right. Interesting. Ouch. Here, take this medicine. I thought you would keep holding your pain. The wind opened when I laughed. What happened? I was waylaid on the way out of Jiangxi after delivering the last batch of goods for the season. Enemies of yours? Yeah. A job that I took a few years ago. It was only after I killed the man that I realized he wasn't just an evil rich man. Many people had reasons to take him. A reason to take revenge for him, even though they were not his kin. They must have watched me for a long time. They finally dared to attack when they were sure that I had lost my sword, and I hadn't fought in a long time. I barely escaped with my life to meet you here. How many enemies came for your life in this past year? Too many to remember. And you just kept running? What was I supposed to do? Let them kill me? You could have killed those petty minions easily, sword or no sword. To what end? One can never truly kill all of one's enemies. Kill one and you make another. Or just keep sinking deeper. And what of it? Isn't that what the Jianghu is about? Live free and live without regret. If your sword hand slows down and you fall to someone stronger, that's just how things are. You've seen the best and the worst of the Jianghu. What's so bad about such a life? Besides, is laying low and keeping your head down the rest of your life really the way you want to live? I still think losing my sword was a sign from heaven. Come in, friends. Your tea is ready. You should drink it before it gets cold. Let's go. You can leave once you've had your tea. But I just arrived. My swordsmanship has improved greatly in the past year, but you haven't figured out how to live without the sword. I won the bet this year. See you again next year. Very well. Year 3. You're still alive. How have you been? I don't see many new wounds. Have your enemies grown fewer? Or have you learned to run faster? Year 4. Marking the boat to find a sword. How could anyone be so stupid? Although I've never seen a boat, nor the river, nor the sea. Lotus leaves as far as the eye could see, and the endless green becoming one with the sky. I wonder what it looks like. Year 5. Okay, quite a few years. See you next year. Year 6. Hey. Oh, there you are. I got within 2 inches of you, and you didn't notice. I could have killed you easily if I wanted to. You still can. Huh. You were distracted by something else. What are you hiding? Oh. Notice, warrant, bounty. Delivering blade. Is it the name of you and your sword? Yeah. You keep talking about ridding yourself of your sword, getting away from the Jianghu. Then you commit all these crimes? Not me. The delivering blade. What do you mean? The delivering blade, which had been quiet for so many years, has once again become active in recent months, leaving a trail in multiple nomadic cities: Jiangxi, Langyi, Shangshu, Lungmen. Or should I say, a trial of blood. I told you last year that medicinal herb harvests were poor across the board. I had a really tough year. Trying to get my debt settled within a few major clients. Listen, a word there. You mean someone singing your name to do evil, attempted to frame you directly even? Why? For 20 years I've worked for both the law and the underworld. There must be countless warrants and bounties on my head, but there's one thing I can be sure. Whether they're trying to catch people's attention or hide their true aim, the name of the delivering blade is convenient for them. Which means the delivering blade can never escape the Jianghu. Funny, isn't it? You're concerned? It's been 6 years since I lost my sword. This was a sign from heaven for me to distance myself from all this, and I almost succeeded. When I first set foot in the Jianghu, I just wanted to make a living by the sword while doing a few good deeds along the way. But the further I went, the less my will was my own. It's only now that I realized Jianghu was a vortex, a gigantic vortex, and there's only one way out of it. Don't get sucked in the first place. You're in pain. I've never seen you like this before. Is that so? Perhaps. Enough about me. What about you? Me? It's true. You could have killed me if you wanted to just now. Your skills have improved tremendously over the last few years. No secret tomes, no teacher, not even a sparring partner in this little town. You've come this far on your own talent alone. You don't even feel surprised or confused about all that's happened to me. Your mental attainment, too, is far beyond the ordinary. The first time we met, I tried to dissuade you from studying the sword. out of my own experiences alone, but perhaps you're a true genius who belonged in the Jianghu all along. You should leave this town and see what lies outside. You're right. It's something that I must do. Young lady, what is it? Frankly, there aren't many who will be a match for you on this point. There's no need to linger in this tiny town. If you want to leave, you should. We met each other by the tidings of fate. I would like to give you a present, if you take it. The name of the Delivering Blade. Call yourself his student. Even the Delivering Blade himself. I could even give you a token to prove it. The Jianghu can be a treacherous place after all, and that'll make life a lot easier for you. You should go. Let's bring this annual meeting to an end. It's not time yet. What? I haven't found a way to leave this town, but I will, soon. I don't understand. You're not the only one who's being drawn into the vortex. See you next year. Oh, okay. Finding at the present. Another 4 hours have passed. It's long past the appointed time, isn't it? She's never missed a time before. You're not going? Let me stay a little longer. I suggest you don't wait anymore. I knew there was something you wanted to say, Keeper. Go ahead, say it. The woman you're waiting for is a killer who's committed multiple murders in these parts. The whole town's in an uproar. Nobody dares to go out, even in the light of day. Didn't you notice how few petrons were in here? Finally, a Tiashi from the Barus passed by here a little while back. She's now going after this woman. So, I don't think she's coming. She might be aloof and eccentric. Waiting for a wife. But she's not evil. What happened? I heard she was looking for a secret tome meant to improve one's kung fu. Or something else. I don't know the specifics. You know, I've been wondering about something. Go on. Her sword is unusual. As far as I know, there were no other martial artists in this town before. How could a girl who was born and raised here, a town isolated from everything, become so obsessed with the sword and Jianghu? Born and raised here? No, she's not local. She just showed up one day. No one knows what her name is, or where she came from. Do you know when that was? Let me think. About the same time that you first came. I had just lost my sword then. What's going on? Is she his sword? Ooh, that's what I think. Ninshin Yan, is it? Why do you keep coming for me? Object of evil. Submit an answer for your crimes. What do you think you know? I do have many questions. Why did the Grandmaster's Book of Kung Fu show up here? And why are you after it? Well, you won't answer them unless I take you in. Enough talk, do your worst. You missed our appointment. I thought you had left. Zheng Qiu, the Delivering Blade. I don't remember ever doing business with the Tianshi Barus. Ling Xingyan of the Tianshi Barus. I read your files when I was working at the Judicial Review Office. It was a thick one. You've been quiet for the last few years, though. I see you were hiding here. That's how I end up finding a judicial official who knows about me in this place. What a joke, isn't it? Trying to retire from the Jianghu. Are you in league with each other? Didn't you hear him? He left the Jianghu behind, trying to wash its stains from his hands these 7 years. He has this to do with the secret tome or the entire incident. But he's trying to protect you. Protect me? I don't need it. Young lady. Get out of the way. I can deal with her myself. The swordman does not move. You finally got rid of your sword. Of the identity that I gave you. You spent 7 years putting your previous life to rest. There's no need to break your vow now. We barely know each other. I tried to protect him. When we first met, you said, I can never rid myself of it. I'm just wondering who this guy is. Or how he looks. When we first met, you said, I can never rid myself of it. In fact, it's always been there by my side. What? I lost my sword here, then I met you. We seem to be born to wield a sword, proved simply by observing my tiniest of reactions. Of course you could. We were inseparable once. I don't know what happened or why you're doing all this. Ha, now you realize. How slow of you. Funny, isn't it? He tried to give me the name Delivering Blade when we met last year. When in fact that is exactly what I am. Ooh, I was right. She is his sword. Cool, okay. This is a strange town. There's a mysterious power in the air, causing inanimate objects to become sentient guys. Yo, that's kind of cool, a personified sword. Teapots, fans, rocks. Maybe half the people you see on the streets were one such trinkets. I don't remember how we got separated, but I've looked like this from my first ever waking moment. I looked for you, until I found you at the tea house. You were drinking tea nonchalantly, not the slightest bit anxious. I came up to you and drew your attention, and you said, I lost my sword. It's a sign from heaven. Young lady, no. Delivering Blade, no. How should I call you? Don't get sentimental. A swordsman with blood on his hands. A swordsman with blood on his hands wants to turn over a new leaf. That's not wrong. The grumpy Tianchi over there might even exclaim, there's no greater virtue. But there's one thing that I realized at the time. It's Jianggu, which you've grown so tired of. I've seen it and walked it with you, but I've never experienced it myself. I should wield the sword and travel to Jianggu, this time under my own name. My warrior guys cannot leave this town. I've tried many times, the river to the east, the bridge to the west. It's as though there's an invisible wall around the town, one that stops only the guys. That's what you said, it's not time yet. I knew it. You stole the book of Kung Fu because you sought to break this barrier for guys through the Grandmaster's teachings. Such strange affairs. You could not have known who the Grandmaster was. So why would you think his writings will have such power? Someone is trying to manipulate guys to cause you trouble. Are you done with your deduction, Tianchi? Yes. I thought you might have been the guys, but I didn't expect you to have such a past with Zheng Shu, the Delivering Blade. Yet it provides no reference for my judgment of your crimes. You must answer for the acts you committed in attempting to acquire the book. Submit, or be annihilated in form and spirit by Lai Fa. Submit? The secret tome is already mine. Soon I'll discover its secret and leave this place. This place that I've been trying to get out of for 7 years. No more sword bearer, no more sheath. What is there to stop the sword's edge? The only way to stop it is to break it. If that's so... Oh, if I didn't get a CG. Thunder of heaven, heed my call. Ning Xinyan's voice is soft, but it seems as though heaven and earth themselves heed her call. The sky suddenly darkens, dark clouds gather, and the bright arc of electricity forms with your palm. That's so cool. Tianxi Lin. I don't know how things came to this, but I can understand why she wanted to do what she did. There's no need to. She's my sword. I will accept responsibility with her. Be gone. Fool. I can understand her desire for freedom, but violence is inherited in her nature as a guise of a sword. It is likely that she cannot control herself anymore. The more into her desire is, the more important it is that I stop her from putting even more innocent people in harm's way. As for you, it was a good thing they took the loss of your sword as a sign of distance yourself from the Jianggu and its conflicts. But 7 years have passed, and you've yet to fully retire from it. The second part where they're sliding. It's just that it made the composition weird. Yeah, I can see what you mean. I think it'd be cool if this was animated, along with the rain. Hatred and grudges are like snow falling in a valley, piling up deeper and deeper. But you can't free yourself from it if you truly try. Maybe she was right. In your heart, did you really throw away your sword? Enough talk. As was the Deputy Minister of the Judicial Review Office and disciple of the Tianshi Barus, this thunder must strike. Oh, flashback. Damn, then calm down, chill. The clouds and thunder scatter. The sword-bearing woman is gone, and the skies are clear again. A pain-bound look lies where she stood. The wind blows its cover open. Oh, you're talking about that one? When the lightning struck? Book of Kung Fu. The one who stole the book of Kung Fu from the human might be here in this town. What is this person planning? No use thinking about it. I just retrieved the book of Kung Fu for now. There you are. I've been looking for you. Kawaii Tianpei. Too much color blinds me, too many tastes numby. There's only the swordsman left on the street. He stands there in a daze, staring silently into space. Such a commotion. Is something the matter? I lost my sword. Damn, rip. She really just obliterated her. She's bright, saturated color. She's like the female Pikachu. Yeah. Especially her 5-star. Once a year and never again. I mean, Lazy Ultra is cool, but I really like the colors in her base form. I think it's kind of a shame that Rio didn't incorporate that for her alter. She also loses the big eyebrows, which I liked. Which is a shame. Excuse me, sir. You're... Oh, you're not dead. Okay. Do you know me? I'm lost. I don't know how I got here. You're the first person to pass by in a while. And I wonder if you know the way. She lost her memory? So that's what Tianshi Lin meant. In your heart, did you really throw away your sword? I don't know the answer, but what you're doing is heartless, Tianshi Lin. Heartless, is it? Are you still going to beg for mercy for her, even at this hour? We saw each other one day of the year for 7 years. I thought I was the one guiding her, but it turns out it was the other way around. It's true, I was a fool. I had thrown away my sword, wanting to pick it up time and time again. Plus for the coloring? Yeah, I suppose I can see that. I don't know what I'm clinging to or what I'm afraid of. Maybe it's something I should figure it out. In a remote village somewhere, or in a prison cell. I'll pay for all the damage she caused. Then I'll turn myself in. Before that though, please. Look at her. She can't hear you anymore. She has engaged in too much violence to obtain the book. Violence will overcome her mind, even if the thunder of heaven does not strike. She will never truly be human, even if La Fée manages to rid her of gazehood. The living suffer much and think much, but the guys formed from inanimate objects are often simple of mind. It is difficult for them to truly become part of society. It is an act of kindness to bring them into this world, or an act of cruelty. Oh, that was a question. Is it an act? Perhaps you should beg the Tianxi Peru's forgiveness when all is said and done, Ling Xinyan. But enough talk. As both the Deputy Minister of the Judicial Review Office and disciple of the Tianxi Perus, this thunder must strike. What did you say? What did you just say? You know, Hermione keeps her colors though. Her skill 3, which is pretty cool. Don't you remember anything? Remember what? Never mind. There's a town down this path. The Chiliao is half a day's journey from here, which leads to many nomadic cities. Shangshu, Luhuang, Langyi. Where are you going? Where do you want to go? Forward. Oh look, she's smiling. I'm not in great health, but I want to see those places. Perhaps we could travel together for a while. And then she ends up in Rhodes Island. Easy. Alright. Let's do 7. Seek harmony and lose ground. Trees form forests by completing with one each other. Or competing. One sense of removing oneself from conflict and end up losing what is most important. Oh, another shoe stage, okay. Oh, I should have heard about Lin. Alright, let's see. Got a water. That's probably really toxic.
I will sink your corpse into shadow. No one will find it.
Hmm.
有术无道，愚不可及。现在请凹进来，小心了。
They won. They won.
Don't get me wrong.
Oh, technically
I
day 3.
don't like the smell of the battlefield.
But yeah, I've been playing since I gave lunch. That's like what
If
ever
you need
since.
to calm down,
Oh shit.
I can slow your heartbeat
I
for
didn't notice
you.
this guy.
もう後悔の余地はあり
モンスター座標についた。
震え上がれ真の勇敢さを前に
Oh, that's not good.
Je suis parti.
三元归一，静贯魑魅，一点浩气，停机破碎。
Jeez, their damage is nasty.
Ne me résistez pas. Cédez à ma chanson.
That's not good. Why Morgan? Why not Morgan?
很好的判断，天雷滚滚，你想往哪里逃？
That's the best Glasgow member.
A sweet and sour rainbow, dipped in golden sunshine.
We can't hide your fear.
Look at that.
英雄たちにこの揺るぎなき信念をたたえ我らに組みせよ
Doctor, want to celebrate the Glasgow way? First me and Hannah grab a
Look at that.
leggy, then we shut our eyes, and then we hip hip hooray and send you flying. Hey, don't
Compensation is
interrupt
longer
now.
available.
I'm just
Oh, that's easy.
joking.
Let's see.
Versus
Which
Utage.
insect is falling into my trap?
Utage should get an altar, in my opinion. If there's ever another Higashi event, I think it'll be cool to get a Utage altar.
路中草地，有些不对劲。
Better watch your step.
电光蛇火，有触即发。
Can't just be all brawn. Alright, who am I hacking up? 兵隊を変更中。
Je suis partout.
箭在前，隐藏住杀气。
Oh, I forgot those guys could attack high ground.
The lava surges on. Never turning back.
斩妖除奸乐，雷霆动乾坤。
Do you need the traps activated? The sand will reshape the land. The sand will reshape the land.
Utage won't have more skin or altar. How come? Does it have to with the artist or
新操作人，
oh shit.
新了。
もう後悔の余地はありません。来い。
Je suis partout.
Stay down and you won't get hurt any worse.
I got this. Focus elsewhere.
私の船が調子を
You stepped into my domain.
General die here.
No, I won't let you take another step. I promise them.
At moments like these, little carnage.
剑潮。You can't hide your fear.
Oh dear. Don't choke on your own blood now.
Okay, cool.
逃げ道など必要ありません。
Damn, both hurt.
Ooh, all that command was complex stuff. I'm having trouble keeping up now. Dr. Love, once we're back, can you break down today's battle for me? You do me a solid.
Oh yeah, I just got the crystals there because to give Dorothy the attack buff. Let's see.
よく休めましたか、ドクター。
Oh yeah, but as you can see, yes, I am. Day 3 player, I guess you could say technically. Started playing on the 20th of 2020, January. And I got like a pretty stacked, I guess. Awesome. Let's see. All right, I'm probably just gonna do this one, Financial Stages, and then read that. Read this one. Almost 100%. 100% what? Like operators to collect? Oh, my operators. I am missing. What am I missing? I'm missing the that chick from what do you call it? The RA mode? Yeah, I'm missing the 5-star from here. What's your name again? Kestrel? Yeah, Kestrel. And the other one is... Who is the other one? Crewster. Yeah, I haven't done RA at all. I should do it though. The only reason I haven't done RA is because I was kind of just waiting for all the updates to roll out, and I was gonna do it all at once, but I still haven't gotten around to it. So, damn, I can't think who I'm missing. It's a 5-star. I'm missing a 5-star. Oh, yeah, I can probably check right here. Oh, Techno. I'm missing Techno. That's right. I missed Techno because she wouldn't come out. So, only one banner character. Reaching the top. Waifu's dad. Let's go. What is this? That madman barged to the training grounds and just started brawling. I think he's the one who fought the Grandmaster in the same place 6 months ago. We don't know what's wrong with him, but we tried to avoid hurting him. He knocked a few dozen guys out cold, then just went away. Why time play? What madness is this? What happens to the Grandmaster's sword? Yeah, no. Yeah, I wanted her, but the thing about this game is it almost annoys me trying to chase 5 stars. I swear I have an easier time getting 6 stars than 5 stars. I could get like 3 copies of a 6-star rate up before I get the damn 5-star. It's happened to me before, like twice. Someone just broke into the armory. What do we lose? The Grandmaster's book of Kung Fu. Dear General Zhu, war is on the horizon. The lives of your soldiers and the livelihoods of your people must be your priority. Yes, they do. They do count. Yeah, I have all of them. I'm only missing Techno. As a banner character, and then Kestrel from RA. Wars on the horizon. The lives of your soldiers and the livelihoods of your people must be your priority. The best strategy is to disrupt your enemy's strategy. Non-aggression is the essence of justice. And I believe we should be getting the Bang Dream collab soon too. I borrowed your book for a time. It will be returned to you in due course. Mo Yi Zan Hai Zong. Best regards. The contents of the army are unmolested, except for an empty space on the bookshelf. There's only a letter where a book should be. Guards. Yes, sir. What are your orders? Prepare a messenger. I have a letter to be delivered to the Sui Regulator. Yes, sir. And a second messenger. To deliver a secret message to Yashibaru. Understood. Oh, it's her again. Impressive, Master Rai. Sending an army kept 10,000 strong and escaping without breaking a sweat. No one in Ya's history could have achieved such a feat, and it's unlikely anyone else ever will. Still out getting the milk. Huai Tianpei does not answer. striding around in circles, muttering under his breath. No need to worry, Master Y. You help me obtain the book, and I'll help you in turn. You have a bout with the Grandmaster, in an arena with all eyes upon you. I will prepare everything for you in 10 days hence, at the peak of Mount Mang. But I want to ask you, Mr. Y, no mortal man is your equal. And you know that the Grandmaster is no mortal man. Why do you insist on defeating him? Humans have not held their own against beasts for thousands of years by pitting their own weakness against their foes' strengths. You're not making any sense. If someone's stronger than me, I train until I beat them. If heaven and earth are stronger than me, I'll do whatever it takes to beat them. Nice. Thick. This obsession of yours is not fit for a mortal man. We have been forced into your current circumstances by the merchant, if you'd completely forgotten your humanity. Should I pity you or laugh at you? Interesting. Oh hey! Dad came this way, Uncle Lee? The footprints are widely spaced, but the distance between them is consistent, and every print is equal in depth. They could only have been left by a kung fu master. This looks like a mangler's claws. You're making fun of me again. I got one glimpse of him that time, then he got away. This is the only way now, based on the clue that we have. We deal with smart people in smart ways, but your dad is a kung fu obsessed fool. So we handle him the foolish way. Just keep looking. Are you worried about him? Or angry that he's making trouble again? I just don't understand. No one would ever call him reliable, but he's always honest and upright when it comes to kung fu. Never bully the weak just because you're strong, and never hurt the innocent. He raised me on those ideals. I don't get it. What changed him? I've heard that people lose their reason when they lose what they love, or if they let their obsessions get the better of them. Is there anyone under heaven who could break his heart over kung fu? Unless... That's a throwback. Holy shit. You know how long ago that scene was? He's got so far down the martial path that he's no longer dealing in mortal affairs. Well, I haven't forgiven him yet, but I won't forget whoever turned him this way either. You're right. They won't get away with it. But you just reminded me. There's a town near here. Perhaps it'll offer a clue. You're looking for someone. This has been a busy clinic lately. You see those people with plaster casts all over them. Maybe the one you're looking for is among them. Looks like business has been booming for you. Mind if I ask, why are there so many wounded here? It's a long story. It has always been a peaceful town, with no real martial tradition. Maybe a couple people make a living with the sword, but nobody worth writing home about. Best they could do is stand guard at a manor, or escort some goods at short ways. In recent days though, they've been getting Jianghu adventurers from all across the country coming to these parts for some reason. Yeah. They're in pretty bad shape. What kind of argument gets them going at each other like that? That's another matter altogether. The folks who come to this town are after some kind of secret kung fu tome. Legend has it, the thing will make you first under heaven. And there's nothing they wouldn't do to get their hands on it. First under heaven. Again. There's one particular nutcase among their ranks. He challenges anyone who looks like Jianghu adventurer, whether they want to fight or not. Total nutcase, but incredibly strong. Half the people who've been here in the past few days got hurt fighting him. Is this guy still in town? Who knows? He's made his fair share of enemies. People might be after him now. Oh, sure, go ahead. Do you know that madman? Well, don't worry. We came to put a stop to the conflict. Either way, you better get him out of here if you can. Yeah, go ahead. Much appreciated. What happens in Jiangsu may stay in the Jiangsu, but the Tianshu's and Imperial Court aren't going to keep quiet if this carries on. Anyways, I've got patience to see. I hope I have enough medicine to stock. Or in stock. That sounds like that, alright. More likely than not. But I've never heard of this secret tome they're fighting over. I've never heard of such a powerful tome either. Whether it's true or not, there's one thing for sure. The treasure's whereabouts will only become publicly known when it's being used for bait. We should try to hook whoever set this bait. I think I just saw a familiar face. Lin, you are Mr. Li. You met in Shangshu, correct? Are you looking for the martial master drawn here by the supposed secret Kung Fu tome? We don't know if he was drawn here by the tome. What brings you here, Master Lin? We're looking for the one who brought the tome here. What do you know of all this? Not much. All I know is that it is an elaborate plot, and many have come to this town believing those claims. As for the true purpose behind it all, they must be trying to put on a show, the way they've drawn so many. What's the business for a show in a town like this? I hear a commotion outside. I think this is the second time we met, Mr. Yan. I suppose that is fate determined we should meet again. What a pleasure. Young lady. You can call me Mo Yi. Why have you called for me, Miss Mo? You're the Grandmaster's favorite student. No one knows him better. We would like you to appraise a certain artifact. Tell me, is this book a picture of his pen? Intriguing. All the troubles that have befallen this town over the tome were part of your plan, weren't they? Let's just say, ask no questions and you'll be told no lies. In any case, I must ask you to appraise this authenticity of the Book of Kung Fu for Mr. Liang here. Mo Yin takes out the tome and hands it to Yung Xingping. This is the second time that Yung Xingping has seen the book in this town. He saw the waiter steal the book in the tea house, but now it ended up in Mo Yi's hands. Yes, this is the book that the Grandmaster dictated to me, which I put to paper with my pen. This was a gift from the Grandmaster to General Zhou Xuanlao of Yumen. How did it end up in your hands? We can talk about that later. Is the matter of the garden grotesqueries interested in this, Mr. Liang? It is a remarkable feat, obtaining this book. I won't ask how you did it. I shall communicate this to my master, for him to make a decision. Will your master still not show himself, even though we've confirmed that this is the original manuscript? It is not my place to judge on behalf of my master. He has his own standards for determining whether or not an item is truly treasure. I will give you the answer once I've spoken to him. What a shame. Can I ask a question now, Miss Mo? Why have you stolen the tome and spread such rumors through the Jiangsu? You have one foot in the Jiangsu, don't you? I accompany my master on his travels in my early years, but I will not count myself as a Kung Fu master. Neither would I. I'm just a Jiangsu nobody with no knowledge of Kung Fu. But I love watching self-proclaimed Kung Fu masters kill each other like starving beasts for a tiny bit of fame, some ridiculously insignificant squabble. The quarrels and bickering of real people is so much more interesting than stage plays. Much blood will be spilled for this play of yours. Isn't it a little dishonorable? What do heaven and earth know of honor? Why should I care? Just sit back and relax. I'm sure you'll enjoy the show too. All these things. What's going on? Am I imagining things? Did all those chairs and tables in the street turn into people? Even the brooms? No, you're not. There's something strange about this town. You think of the objects turning into people as some kind of illusion, and don't let it bother you too much. Well, I've seen stranger things. 5. These abominations. Could there be one of Miss Link's siblings in this place? I'm afraid the situation is slightly worse than that. But I've never seen an uproar like this. Or them in an uproar like this. What happened? Looks like they're heading in the same direction. Are they going up the hill? The peak of Mount Mang is packed with people. Not just Jianghu wanderers chasing rumors, but also the non-human residents of this town take human form. It's an honor to have so many heroes of Jianghu assembled here today. I'm sure your time is valuable, so I'll get straight to the point. Here it is. Moyi raises the book of Kung Fu up high, and many in the crowd begin to whisper to one another. This is the legendary tome written by the Grandmaster defending the borders of Yan. Not only does it contain the greatest secrets of Kung Fu to elevate your school above all others, it also reveals the secret to shedding your mortal hide and becoming the god in flesh, reaching the heights of the Grandmaster. All who practice Kung Fu dream of elevating their schools above all others. For many in the crowd, however, they are more interested in the shedding your mortal hide and becoming the god part. Whatever they are seeking, Moyi's words are enough to send them into a frenzy. With other rumors flying around the Jianghu lately, I'm sure one book will not be enough to convince you. This is why I invited Mr. Yun here. Mr. Yun is the Grandmaster's record keeper. Perhaps some of you will even recognize him, and I know that I speak the truth. He has attested to the authenticity of the book. There can be no greater assurance. Moyi pauses to ensure that the crowd does not doubt her before continuing. I'm young and unlearned, and it is not my place to keep this treasure for my own. That's why I'm hosting this banquet of heroes. All who have assembled here today, this tome shall belong to whoever manages to take and keep it. It is as though the crowd has exploded. Everyone has weapons in hand, brandishing at the people around them. All they need is a cue to start killing. Those who know better try to back off quietly, but even more rush towards Moyi, drawn by her promise. The guys who share the same thought join flesh and blood humans in the scrum. Everyone, hear me out, please. In the commotion, Yang Xingping walks to the front of the stage and speaks to the crowd below. Some of them hear his words, and one after another they stop doing whatever they were doing, curious to hear what the frail young man has to say. My master says that testing oneself against another is the only path to self-reflection, and competing against others is the only path to self-improvement. Competition is a virtue for students of the martial arts. But we must not forget the most basic rule of Kung Fu. Hard work is the only path to mastery. The study of the martial arts is, fundamentally, the improvement of oneself. To take shortcuts to make oneself stronger for the sake of fame and glory is to confound the end with the means to that end. What are you trying to say? There is no doubt that this is the original manuscript of the book of Kung Fu. However, what you should know is, this book was dictated to me by my master, and put to paper by my pen. It is not imbued with any of the magical effects that Miss Mill claims. If this book is, in fact, so wondrous, why is it that I, who wrote the words with my own hand, remain an ordinary man with no Kung Fu to boast of? His voice is not loud, but every word rings clear. A commotion of a different kind begins to spread through the crowd. Mr. Yun, I suggest you refrain from making any wrong moves at a time like this. Yang Xingping pretends not to hear the girl's threat and continues speaking. The book of Kung Fu contains a Grandmaster's understanding of Kung Fu accumulated over his vast lifetime, as well as key points often missed by martial artists during training. It is of great benefit to any to any practitioner of the martial arts. Other than that, it has no unique properties. If you don't believe me, Yung Xingping takes out a printed copy of the Book of Kung Fu. This Book of Kung Fu is no secret, and certainly not one of a kind. There's no need to spill blood over it. Watch out, Uncle Lee. You know, this is a sight that I didn't really need to see again. There's too many of them. Do these pots and pans turn humans? Have something to do with that secret tome too. These pots and pans must be headed in the direction of the culprit. We take them in custody, and everything else will become clear. I would like to task the two of you to help. Of course, Master Lin. I'll clear a path for you. Lee's like, not this shit again. What did you say? It was my master's most sincere wish to help more people go further down the path of Kung Fu. But teaching martial arts is a very personal thing, and the Grandmaster's time and energy are not unlimited. What he could do was record his thinking and understanding in concise language, so that those who come after can avoid certain pitfalls without learning the hard way. The Book of Kung Fu is certainly his labor of love, with countless generations of record keepers' archives that I had the honor of organizing. The Grandmaster gifted this book to General Zhou in the hopes that his teachings would be known throughout the army, and eventually by all the people. He never intended to keep it a secret. In other words, if those present want to take the Kung Fu to a higher level, I am happy to request another print run. It would be trivial to get everyone a copy. Profanitors began flying out the crowd, after a brief moment of silence. If one person took a step forward, the rest will follow, to throw this liberated fraud from the mountaintop. You a fraud. Good. Very good. Give them courage from the Grandmaster, if nothing else. But did it occur to you that I could take your life here and now with ease, if you so pushed me? I will be an unlucky man. It can't be helped. I'm no martial artist, but I know the rules of the Jianggu. I can't stand idly by when injustice occurs. Please, return the Book of Kung Fu to Yumen. There's nothing special to these Jianggu adventurers. But it means a lot to General Zhou. How dare you? Allow me to say a few more words, Mismo. You said you wanted to put on a show of real life people quarreling and bickering. I suppose you wanted me to see the people spilling blood for the sake of Kung Fu Tong. All I see, however, is people who want to improve their martial skills. There's nothing wrong with pursuing mastery of the martial arts. I see much evil in the world, but very little done for the sake of evil. More often, so-called evil begins with good intentions, only incorrect means. Damn, dropping words. I don't know why you're doing this, but deceiving people like this is not the proper way. Your skills and your cleverness could be used to better ends. You may not have learned Kung Fu from the Grandmaster, but it looks like you did learn his holier-than-thou attitude. Don't blame me then. Oh, Lazy's back. I have you at last. You are guilty of theft from a critical military facility. Now you are deceiving the people with your lies. What is your purpose? This must be the famous Deputy Minister Lin. You've already resigned your position, haven't you? It's not your style to overstep your bounds, is it? As a Tianchi, I cannot stand by and watch this evil take place. Taking you to Baizhou. What are you laughing at? I'm laughing at how short-sighted you are, despite all the big words you say. All the Baizhou and Yumen are on the brink, yet you're trying to sabotage me while claiming to represent justice. What do you mean? Perhaps I don't understand Kung Fu as deeply as you do. But you don't understand the Fairmouths nearly as deeply as I. Oh? Interesting. I didn't want to do this, but... Mo Yi leaps back and creates some distance. Standing at the summit, she holds the tome in her hand, with rare focus and reverence in her eyes. The 9 provinces are dark. The sky darkens at her words. Heaven and earth are silent. Heed my words, great mystery. In the earth, lines warp and weft. In the heavens, the genesis of martial prowess. In the name of Shangzai, I bid ye cometh, first of the 12, the name of which is Sho, or Shuo. How's she doing? Whoa. Huh. Shuo? The darkness that engulfed heaven and earth has suddenly dashed apart, revealing the manifestation of the bestial Sui, whose towering figure reaching towards the heavens. All present are starkly reminded of their insignificance, even standing at the peak of the mountain. Looks cool. Whether this is really him or simply an illusion, the appearance of this massive shadow signifies one thing. The power of Shuo lives within the manuscript. What? Master? I suppose there are a few living people in Yang who have seen this aspect of him. It's a reminder of what Yan has been facing all these years. If you want to catch me, you have to fight him first. Look out. Interesting. I wonder how she knows how to do this. The massive shadow snaps his palm towards the crowd on the ground. The entire mountain shakes. Many are knocked off their feet, but it is no simple blow. Young Shipi could see clear form and meaning in the palm strike. With a swiftness that belies his size, its every movement and its presence announce its nature as the manifestation of Kung Fu itself. Scatter, get out of the way. I call upon the five thunders. Thunder hits the shadow, but it is as though it has struck the void. It's no use? What under heaven is that thing? No, that's not the Grandmaster. The Grandmaster's sword is not here. That is no more than an illusion reflected in the Book of Kung Fu. I don't know how the girl did it, but there must be a way to break the spell. We can bypass the illusion and attack her directly. Finally, we meet again. As the crowd scatters, this Shuo greets his first challenger. Stay back, it's dangerous. Mr. Huai. Oh, he's here? Damn, dude's always ready to throw fists, man. Huai Tianpei does not answer, striding towards Shuo with firm steps. I lost the sword. I broke my promise. I should not have come to see you. My dream has yet to be realized. My life is finite. I must come to see you. The first moves winds and clouds. Oh, the fist. Huai Tianpei does not dodge or cower, letting the wake of the punch brush against him. Another punch, heavy as a mountain, inexorable as a tide, falls upon Huai Tianpei. Fist meets fist, strength meets strength. How is this possible? It is the shadow of a god, the manifestation of Kung Fu itself, yet somehow it has met its match. It is a duel between equals. Young Shipi takes out a pen and paper by instinct. The palm strikes, shattering heaven and earth. Inhale, exhale, let the breath be one with the cosmos. Fist meets palm, still evenly matched. Huai Tianpei matches Shuo, move for move. He continues to step forward. With each exchange, Shuo becomes more corporal, more real. One round after another. Finally, Huai Tianpei stands at the summit, gazing up at the illusion's wrath. 11th rounds. Young Xingping flips open his record of martial combat to the page where he recorded that duel for the ages. He still remembers the final punch, which could not be described with language. Master Huai has taken another step forward. Simplicity is perfection. It is a simple thing to understand. But with life and death on the line, how many can set aside their ego, set aside themselves, cutting everything down to its most simple elements, a single punch or kick at exactly the right time, be it in offense or in defense. Kung Fu has become an inherent part of him, in his limbs, in his muscles, in his viscera. 30 rounds have passed. Huai Tianpei still stands. The power of the punches have left two deep ditches in the boulder beneath his feet. But he can go no further forward. One more step, and he will fall off the cliff. Huai Tianpei shows no intention of backing down. No, he's in danger. But who dares intervene in such a duel? Who can? Dude's insane. Oh. Oh, she found him again. Dad. The cry causes the man to pause for an instant, in the midst of a fight for life and death. It's you. Well, I remember now. I remember now. I made a 40-year promise. I handed over the sword because I could not abandon it. I remember now. I have a daughter to protect. My name is Huai Tianpei. But I forgot. I forgot all the moves I learned. I forgot my opponent and enemies. I have never lost. I am without equal under heaven. Who am I fighting against? I am only fighting against myself. There is no path ahead. I must turn back. Ha! Huai Tianpei leaps into the air and sets his fist into the chest of Shuo. He cuts a ragged figure, but his eyes are crystal clear. As the illusion dissipates, Huai Tianpei falls from the cliff. A wind blows by, and the sky is restored to its previous color. The battle that shook heaven and earth might as well have been a dream that everyone went through together. The spectators continue to look up at the sky, forgetting to turn their gazes away. Oh, everyone's here. Okay. 4 people now. Thank you. Zoli. Yan, Auntie Lin. Thank goodness you're alright. I guess I wasn't too late. Master Huai fell from the cliff in the flight with the illusion. Please send someone to search for him. Mr. Huai is here too. What a coincidence. Lieutenant. Yes, sir. Someone fell from the cliff. Send men to look for him. Yes, sir. I came with a platoon when I heard the thief who stole the Grandmaster's book of Kung Fu from Yumin had been sighted causing trouble. But the culprit... Only now do they realize that the girl has disappeared without a trace. She got away again. All the routes in and out of the mountains have been watched, or are being watched. She won't escape. As for the rest of you, by imperial decree, those present are deemed to have been incited by an outlaw. And your culpability in this matter will not be pursued if you leave this place at once. Those who do not comply will be dealt with harshly. Many of those present have not always lived on the right side of the law, and their hearts sank like a stone once they saw the soldiers arrive. It is thus a massive relief to hear that they will not be prosecuted, and they bow an apology before leaving as quickly as they can. Only the guys remain, not quite understanding the situation, looking lost and bewildered. Oh hey, made it just in time. Look at you, act like the worst of humanity, engaging in vanity and avarice. What did I teach you? If you want to become human, you must learn humanity little by little, starting with a right from wrong. You may have the body of a human, but if you don't have a conscience, then you're not a human after all. Just a beast wearing clothes. You've seen how the book you longed for was just a dream. Go with me back to the school if you still want to learn. Mr. Pu says Ling Xinyan and seemingly bows in apology. He turns around and leaves, in as much as a hurry as he came. He's limping a little. Perhaps the claim has taken a toll on his legs. The guys linger for a little bit, then turn back into their original forms one by one, forming a long line as they follow the old man down the mountain. Okay, cool. I wonder if wonder if wife will ever get to properly meet her damn dad. But I guess we'll see. I'm gonna get this. This will be our what traveling on the escort. Let's call the messenger. Type of determination. This is a cool skin. Too bad I'll probably never raise him. Alright, last set of stages. Gonna read the last nodes and that'll be all for tonight. When the other beasts fought over the prey, the cloud chose to abandon the ground for the skies. Why is the sun not taking a single step back and getting back on your own path of life? Okay. Who is real enemies? Yeah, exactly. I'm never raising them, so.
Dr. Love, how'd you even come up with these plans?
Well, I do have a Me Too, but that's just for the his operator record.
逃げ道など必要ありません。震え上がる真の勇敢さを前に。
Devant la scène, pas âme qui vive.
泣き叫べ。その脆い
Is this
信
gonna be the
念
dust
のも
boss?
と
I
で。
wonder.
Don't get me wrong. I don't like that.
L'ombre qui gît à vos pieds n'est pas la vôtre.
All those
Oh,
things.
there's joy from your heart.
英雄たちよ、この揺るぎなき信念をたたえ、我らに組みせよ。
Écoutez donc.
震え上がる真の勇敢さを前に。
就在前进。You stepped into my domain.
Oh, it is. Hello again, Free. It's like the third time we fight you.
この揺るぎなき信念をたたえ、我らに組みせよ。
I'm gonna do this. Hope I don't die.
携帯を変更中。
电光石火，有触即发。很好的，天雷滚滚，你想往哪里逃？
震え上がる真の勇敢さを前に。
Holy damage.
If you need to express joy from your heart.
通信変えろ。少しチクッとするかもしれない。
英雄たちよ、この揺るぎなき信念をたたえ、我らに組みせよ。
They only right behind you.
震え上がる真の勇敢さを前に。
Ways from
Cool. Easy peasy.
Ring a ding ding. When the flowers gently fall,
Handsome uniform
the
monster.
berries you can haul.
If you bring a chains barrier, value can increase. Okay. Ooh, that's a pretty plaque. Lone Lotus. Sweet's boundless consciousness fills your eyes. So you see no flowers bloom in the list. Okay. This should be easy. I think I could beat it the same way.
寡廉鲜耻，不可治。
Better watch your step.
Don't get me wrong. I don't like the smell of the battlefield.
No one can see me.
Don't keep me waiting.
Oh, the strife from the heart.
兵隊を変更中。
Oh no, I fucked up. Okay. Let's deal with this now.
L'ombre qui gît à vos pieds.
Meet your death.
Watch, Aya. Watch your left. Alright, who am I hacking up?
Ne me résistez pas. Cédez à ma chanson.
电光石火，有触即发。
もう効果の余地
Should be
はある
fine.
三人归一，境外之内，一缕后气，停机破碎。
泣き叫べ。
すまない。力を入れすぎた。
Oh damn, the pistol. Shit.
At moments like these,
泣き叫べ。その脆い信念のもとで。
oh, fall back into death.
Yeah, kind of worried about this.
Oh, you haven't.
很好，天雷滚滚，你想往哪里逃？
I got it.
ここにひざまずくのです。人贓並獲，收隊放工。
Alright, puzzle stage. Come because of fate, which stems from the heart. One that one's heart and let neither gain, nor lost, nor love, nor nothing. Mind your hearts here. Scream what you chose and why you chose it. Wait, what the hell? Chapter 15? Okay, I like these. Let's see. I know somebody wants you to use skill 3. That could be good. Skill 2.
喜んで。
Okay.
Observe and determine the form of infection. Such data will be useful
Oh,
for
it is chapter
research.
15. Okay. The tile here.
"电光石火，有触即发。一個都咪使飛過去。
Okay, we're trying to destroy that ASAP.
Can the others keep up?
很好的判断，三元归一，见惯魑魅，一点好气，停。
Slow movement.
Okay, those things.
Stay calm.
I feel like I should defeat these before they become an issue. I forgot they can attack high ground.
Oh, it's finally my turn.
Yes, I
No
can.
need to panic.
很好的判断，三元归一，见惯魑魅，一点好气，停机获碎。
Ouch.
Got it.
Oh god, tops. Okay, should be fine.
What would you like me to do?
很好的判断，三元归一，见惯魑魅，一点好气，停机获碎。
Cool. First try.
Enemies of this caliber pose no threat to us, right?
Alright, final node. After this, I'll call it a night. In the Immortal Realm. Oh, that's a cool medal. Town Chronicle. Surrender now. Oh. A crack of thunder knocks the girl's blade out of her hands and sends her to the ground. Dark clouds hover above her head, ready to deliver an even more powerful thunderclap. I suggest you don't move. Means we should be struck by lightning. Persistent lot, aren't you? Master Lenin Candleholder Zoo? A peaceful end, and no harm was done. Do you really need to persecute me so? All the people you dragged into this show of yours. It is no mean feat, something they Sui Xiang with the token of a friend proxy. Is that what that was? Who are you? Where did you learn such forbidden arts? Excuse me. Is that all you care about? The most ancient secret in this land is within reach, Candleholder, and all you want to do is arrest everyone who tries to understand it. Objects have masters, but knowledge has none. Who decided the Sui regulator and no one else is allowed to know? How am I supposed to believe that you have no malicious intent, given what you did at Mangsheng Town? You come with us. You paint a clear picture of everything you know, and everything you're planning. So you want to take me alive? Does that mean there's something you could do? Should I insist on running? Obstinate fool. We want you alive, but not necessarily conscious. One moment. A crack echoes in the sky, but the fire is faster. The blade of flame cuts through the thunder, and the finger lands in front of the Libre. Oh, it's Ultigashi! Dude, I want her so bad. Literally one of my top 2 most wanted NPCs. Your Leifa is quite impressive for your age. Your arts are familiar. Does Bai Dingxiao's generation have their own students now? These fire arts. Could you be Zushi? Wait. We finally got her name? Is this the girl who played with Grain Buds in Duhan? I am Ling Xingyan, student of the Leifa School and of the Tiashi Beru. The audition came in, everyone stutter. Dude, I want your playable so bad, you have no idea. You too, girl. Moyi of the Shanghai Zong. Greetings, Tiachi. So she's really shut up. That word is hard. Shanghai Zong. Why the look of surprise? Go to the scrolls in the deepest sections of your library. You're the ones who are behind the terms of Fairmont research. Huh. All I see is a Shanghai Zong committing evil deeds of every kind in the name of Fairmont. What have I to do with those who commit murder, arson, or any other deeds under the Shanghai Zong name? How is it any of my business? Can you guarantee that everyone who wears that shiny uniform of yours is an upstanding individual? You. These eccentric ways, that sharp... Oh, that's a new face. The sharp tongue of yours. You're just like your founder. I thought the old copper didn't have any hairs left after all these years. Looks like I was wrong. The great hunt 1,000 years ago contradicted his ideals. He became disillusioned and shied away from society. But some people remember how he wanted to stop the war. You talk big. How do you intend to stop this war? I simply want to see the master of the Guardian of Grotesqueries. It was for this reason that I took the Book of Kung Fu and summoned the Sui Xiang. I guarantee that this war can be stopped if I'm allowed to enter his garden to find a certain object. A remnant of the proxy who disappeared. You have nerve if nothing else. Roundhead. You've been listening long enough. Are you going to welcome your guests or not? All the guests present today are very important. You certainly made my heart skip a beat with your suggestion. Or you would, if I had one. Enough small talk. It has more to do with you than anyone else. What do you plan on doing? I spoke with my master just now. Since both you and the candle holder of the Sui regulator are here, may I make a proposal? May we have our guests assist in the placitation for this year? As it seems fate has intended? Placitation. The Sui regulator checks on the slumbering bestial Sui and reinforces the seal on the tomb of Sui. This process is called the placitation. But it has always been the most experienced candle holders who handled the affair. The Rouge proxy entered the tomb of Sui several days ago. There have been no new news since. The Sui regulator is likely vexed about how to conduct this year's placitation. This is a major matter. I must report too. You really think there's time to make a report? Just go on. If your grand tutor asks, tell him I gave the nod. Understood. You, girl, you're coming with me. Me? You don't get along with that candle holder kid. You just keep fighting in there. Whatever you're looking for, he can look for it. He can look for it for you. As for you, I want to talk to you about that master of yours. As you wish. What should we do? It's not hard. Just go up along the path once you enter the Garden of Grotesqueries, and pay attention to your surroundings. Other than that, be careful of your collections in the Garden of Grotesqueries. The guys of the Master's collection are a far cry from those you saw in the town. You must be careful. You said go up? We're already at the top of the mountain, aren't we? Where is this Garden of Grotesqueries that you speak of? Infinitely far, and infinitely close. When you are on this mountain, you are adjacent to the Garden of Grotesqueries. Taking you to this garden is easy, but reaching its depths requires the touch of fate. May I borrow the Weishi board that you carry with you? I'm the captain now. Of course, go ahead. You might have the tome you are carrying, young lady. Whatever. Thank you. The passage will not be opened. Go through this passage, and you may enter the forbidden grounds of the Garden of Grotesqueries. Go play IS-6, all of you. Lines of war, warp and weft. in the order of heaven and earth. The Weishi border and book extend infinitely into the distance from Liang's hands, creating a realm within a realm. Mountains turn to flatland in the blink of an eye, and the group goes through this strange space. They step out of it to find the door hidden behind the screen. Welcome to the Garden of Grotesqueries. Here we are. This was a town full of vitality before that disaster, with hundreds of households and flourishing farmland. Many years have passed, and now all that is left is... Come out. Oh hey. You. Yes, Master Liang. Are all of you here? There are some broken tiles and bricks amidst the ruins. Not much time has passed since they awakened, and they do not yet understand language. Should they be brought out? Let me explain why I'm here first. All of you must leave this place. Everyone who lived here has either died or departed after the incident at the Tomb of Sui. Your mundane artifacts have gained sentience from the incident's aftermath, wandering this place. Perhaps you've already sensed the presence of the garden above the tomb, which Yi calls the Garden of Grotesqueries. Neither Yan nor the siblings will tolerate the presence of the geist-infested ruins in the vicinity of the Garden of Grotesqueries. We understand. But where can we go, Master Liang? Yi said those of good form or quality can find a home in the garden. The rest must be cleaned up. You have 1 month to prepare. All traces of the disaster should be gone by then. The east area has been cleaned up. We'll sow some grass seeds here, then clean up the west area. There used to be a river that flowed through the town, but it'll take some time to clean up the sledge. Good work. We've gathered the guys that meet the requirements. With reference to the book that you brought, they're all here. There aren't many. Go and help them. They come with me to the Garden of Grotesqueries afterwards. Oh, hello. Sweet regulator? It's busy here. Indeed. Where is he? He went out. He found the surroundings of one of the pavilions a little too sparse, and went looking for something to decorate there. It seems like you're the only one around whenever I visit. That's why he built me. He can be quite communicative to people and things he's interested in. He will talk 3 days and nights to a child just to obtain a stone, even though scolded and abused. But he can't stand to be around your kind for even a few minutes. That's for the best, I suppose. I couldn't stand his fake hospitality either. Back on topic, are things not proceeding a little slow? 7 days have passed, and only a small part of the ruins has been cleared. Slow? Clearing the rubble is the easy part, but properly handling hundreds, if not thousands of objects touched by geisthood, I'm sure the Sui regulator knows full well how arduous a task it is. There's an easier way, no? If my ears didn't deceive me, some more guys are following you back to the Garden of Grotesqueries. Do you mean that I should take all the guys' touch objects, bricks and tiles, weeds and branches, chairs and tables, cups and plates, back to the garden? Yes. We don't have the space. Didn't you say that Yi thought the garden was a little sparse? Did I? The awakening of Sui caused great upheaval in Baizhou and the surrounding lands. Your siblings have paid a dear price even. Stop. Yi says that it is all in the past. The siblings do not wish to speak of it, especially not with you. In any event, the affairs of the Garden of Grotesqueries have always been the affairs of the people. I sits atop the tomb, pinning the slumbering one in a dream, pacifying the evil that would threaten Baizhou. I think you're mistaken about something. No, the Garden of Grotesqueries is the first and foremost Yi's garden. Home to the rare and delightful, the eccentric and the grotesque from all four corners, from ancient times to present. You would love to have the sights of the whole world in its boundaries, and will gladly move the entire garden's layout for the sake of one little rock. Is this the first time they use 4 lines? I've never seen them use 4 lines like this. I don't want to throw all this garbage in my house. Get that shit out of there. It is not a tool for the Sui regulator, and certainly not a trash heap for the tomb of Sui. Oh, speaking of trash. I will deal with the guys near the tomb. The Sui regulator must not presume to interfere with anything else. Hasn't the east side been cleaned up? Why is the Wergeist going that way? Someone's coming. Stay out of sight. This is it. This is the place. At long last. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize there was somebody here. You're human, right? Nothing you need to worry about. Well, sir. Are you one of the mandarins assigned to these hills, judging by your attire? You could say that. This place has long been abandoned. The road's broken and overgrown. No civilian has approached it in many years. Who are you? You might know there was once a town here. I used to live here. It was a long time ago. Yes. A disaster happened many years ago. A terrible event that no one could truly describe. The town was destroyed overnight. I was a young boy at the time. The whole family was... It was by sheer luck that I survived. I went to Jiangxi and lived there for many years. This is the first time I've been back. Jiangxi is a long way from here. A very long way. I spent most of the money that I saved over the years on this journey. Just to see these ruins. No, I plan to rest for a couple of days. Then get about fixing this house and clearing some farmland around here. I think my journey has come to an end. I don't understand. You found a new life in Jiangxi. Why are you obsessed with these broken ruins? They even look like ruins to you. Broken beams and cracked bricks overgrown with weeds. But after all these years, I still remember how I hid my pocket money in the corner of the house to buy sweets from a passing peddler. I remember fighting with the neighbor's kids, bringing lunch to our parents in the fields together, going to class at the school on the west side together. This is my home, sir, even if it was destroyed. As you say, it was destroyed. You remember the disaster. Aren't you afraid it may strike again? Catastrophe is everywhere on this land. There's no haven that has never been touched by disaster. Disaster might interrupt our lives, but we'll come back after it's gone. We'll fix the houses, clean up the fields, again and again, as it always has been, for centuries and more. I met others who fled this place before I set out on the journey. They want to come back, just like me, before long. Given enough time, even objects form an attachment to a place, never mind humans. But you can't stay here. At least not for a few days yet. Huh? There are official restrictions in place for this area right now. Go and stay in a nearby inn and wait for the announcement. Alright. Ouch, did I trip over something? It's nothing. I'll see you off. A lot of theming with obsession in this one. This event. Come out. Silence. I said you come out while I'm still asking you politely. There's rustling in the corner, and then Wergeist in the shape of a bottle emerges from its hiding place after a while. It was you. You were the one who was running around when the Sui regulator came, weren't you? This place has been cleaned up. Why are you hiding here? You don't want to be destroyed. Do you want to come with me to the Garden of Grotesqueries? Do you want to stay here? Why? I'm waiting for someone, sir. Waiting for someone. The ones who made me. A scholar by the name of Lanke and a woman by the name of Bai Jean made me when this place was still in town. They said I was the first thing they made for their new home. When they got married, they put me in the most prominent place in the living room and put a new flower in me every day. Never forget. They shaped me and put me in the furnace. They went off to do other things while I was being heated. Oh, he's the vase. Then the disaster happened, and they never came back. I've been waiting for them. You're not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. Sir. Please don't be angry at it, sir. The scroll-shaped entity stands before Liang and angles its upper half forward, its bamboo strips turning white at the effort. Are you bowing? Indeed. I learned that one should bow politely when making a request. Oh? There used to be a school on the west side of town, and I laid on the top layer of the bookshelf. The teacher told the students, "Manners maketh man." He said it many times, and I remembered. I didn't mean to disobey your orders, but it has had no other thought in its mind for so many years. Could you perhaps oblige it? The scroll-shaped entity once again bows. I won't let you hurt it, no matter your answer. A social entity puts itself in front of the bottle-shaped entity and the scroll-shaped entity, pointing its head, the tip of the sword, towards Liang. Its blade reflects the sunlight. It's my kindred? Friend? Yeah, that. I have a few questions for you, Bottle. Yes, sir. When did you start thinking that way? I don't remember. Have you ever doubted? Why should I doubt? The man from Jiangxi came back. So will Can Li and Baijin. Liang stands in silence as the wind blows through this hollow skull and chest mechanism, causing a soft-humming sound. He looks like he is thinking. I thought the contamination had caused you to form basic sentience, no more than that. You wander around this place, your words and actions limited by your attributes as objects. Little did I imagine that you would develop human-level thoughts and emotions. Given enough time, even objects form an attachment to a place, never mind humans. Interesting. You are warrior gates that have lingered after the disaster. Do you remember what your town looked like? We do, sir. Can you restore it? Yes. Are you willing to live together with humans? Oh, hey, it's you. Yeah, he looks so cool. Probably has my favorite color composition. Out of all the male suits. What have you been doing behind my back, Leah? What is it? I told you to clean up the ruins, destroy the war guys that shouldn't be destroyed, and bring back the war gates that should be brought back to the Garden of Grotesqueries. But you built a town? You're talking like you don't know. I'm your creation. My thoughts are your thoughts. My deeds are your deeds. Huh, I see. Besides, this is the best solution, isn't it? There are too many gaze-touch objects around the Tomb of Sui. Simply destroying them or throwing them to the garden won't solve the problem. People are returning to this town, long after it was turned to ruins. Your account of the changes to the guys is interesting. The Sui regulator must have complained about letting guys live together with people. What did you say to them? I told them we'll keep an eye. Yi and I, just the two of us, we're going to have a hard time watching over all the guys if we all have just a single garden. What if the guys get out? It'll be like what happened in Mangshan town. The Sui regulator will take the brunt of it, then by Zhao. Good. I never have to worry with your charge. With you in charge. 谢谢. Anyway, it's a good thing. A town in the proximity of the Garden of Grotesqueries will delay those with ill intent, giving us time to welcome our guests. Now, clean the garden. Let us welcome our visitors. Alright. And then he was off there. I guess the next step is IS-6. Cool. A lot of theming with obsession throughout the zone, like I said. But, yep. Cool to get an update on those characters. 7 hours remaining and I still need to farm some mats. Some currency. But anyways, that'll be all. Gonna leave it off there. A little bit. Nice to see Otianshi again. But yeah. That'll be all for tonight. Thanks to anyone who stopped by. It was nice talking to you, Virtue Tame. I think that's how you say your name. And I guess till the next one. So everything's alright. Yep. Alright.
よく休めましたか、ドクター。
That'll be all. Night, everyone. Till next time. Peace.